heroes here, or else things are just gonna deteriorate here for the Hellborn. As there's a random meteor coming out and a ward being placed. Wanting to cause some devastation there, I suppose, as he's doing a good job of warding and counter warding, but you gotta figure he's gotta land an ult sooner or later.
Corrupted Disciple took out the second tower for the Legion kill up top there. Plague Rider, for coming in for the defense, could not get the deny off, unfortunately.
We see actually a lot of defensive wards being put up here, and no wards for the Legion team, interestingly enough. Although Plague Rider does have them, so you gotta think that he will place them soon enough. But at the moment, there's not a lot of map control for the Legion team. Even though Swiftblade is feeling so confident, he is jungling in the Hellborn woods here, as he's picked up an Abyssal Skull as well, so that will give him lifesteal, along with that shield breaker.
Yeah, oh look, Breaky disconnected. Poor guy.
Bye, Breaky.
And the spectators are now calling a vote. Probably to get him back in.
Well, that was kind of them. I imagine he was live casting this.
Well, you know, technical difficulties are something that we, of all people, know much about. So.
Definitely.
But yeah, Breaky crashed, so they're going to take a slight break as he comes back in, so we will talk about...
Corrupted Disciple! He's picked up his Geometer's Bane, and has an Ice Brand now as well. So he might... You gotta think he's going for a Frostburn, in addition to that Geometer's Bane. So an interesting build there. I suppose he could be going for a Frostwolf Skull, but in my opinion that's one of the most, I don't know, overrated items in the game, considering its expensive price.
I don't know. I mean, the power to do an extra slow, especially if you're running around really fast, could be very beneficial, but does that damage actually get added to the overload? And more importantly, does the slow get added to the overload?
Let's get it on.
I don't believe it does. I could be wrong.
Well, and of course I could be wrong, but I mean, it could be a strategy if it does indeed use your that power on your ult.
My game's kind of crashing here. Okay, I might be a bit behind, but I definitely agree with the slow and Corrupted Disciple for sure. I just, I guess it's a personal thing. I don't really like Frostwolf Skull, but maybe he's going for Frostburn, so who knows? So we see the Legion team pushing the middle tower here. Although, you can see Swiftblade and the team is just kind of waiting for their initiation here. Corrupted Disciple kind of harassing a bit, but nothing really going on. Tempest still waiting in the corner there, waiting for a good opportunity, but the Legion's got a pretty good spread going on here, so...
They've had a good spread going on all game. I mean, as you said, Tempest has yet to do a very devastating ult because, you know, they do take that into account. They do stay spread out. It looks like they're actually falling back now.
That Slither ward spam is just really annoying. They're met with a torrent of venom as they rush up that hill, so they're gonna fall back and just kind of farm out the Hellborn woods here while the Hellborn is forced to take out the creep wave in the middle. But now they're coming back, so... Oh, Plague Rider placing a ward.
Yeah, that was really really cool, I thought. You could place a ward right inside their base there, just outside tower detection range.
Yeah, for sure, and you can see that on the bottom they actually have a Ward of Revelation there to stop that, but it's not going to help. On the top there, as the Legion easily, arguably backdoors that top tower, and they are pushing through to the top here.
Okay. I totally blanked, yep.
No worries.
Bottom tower taken out by all those Tempests, little elemental guys. Hellbringer tried to deny it, just was not very successful. It's like the ward spam by Slither. It's very hard to time it with that much extra damage being hit upon it.
Yeah, for sure, and that's a good job by Tempest to still be sitting in base and sending his elementals down to push that bottom tower, so good job by him.
Yeah, well, he was actually down there, put out the elementals and took
alright.
back. He actually came back when they were trying to push top there with a lot of slither spam, kind of signifying that attempt. But they're just taking their time. I guess they're farming out those last items, wanting to make sure they get that last few drops of gold. While we got the Hellborn creeps pushing down bottom, so if someone doesn't come down here, that could be a lot of damage.
It's true, there's a big Hellborn creep wave down there. It's going to push that tower. But the Legion's pretty content to just push both these middle and top lanes and force the Hellborn to kind of split their attention here. Eventually something's got to happen. There's an arrow that barely misses Hellbringer, so not going to land at that time. So now they're going to have to come up top and defend this top from these 3 Legion heroes. But Wretched Hag's still down bottom.
But Wretched Hag is very fast with that blink. He's almost right on the top. Now there's actually a Tempest ult getting 3 heroes in there just as we were talking about. Unfortunately, just not enough support, not enough damage to go out. And it does look like the Legion will be pushing out here. Good timing by Wretched Hag, blinking in right after all those ults, and looks like down goes the level 10 Slither, bringing up a 4-kill to 1 in favor of the Legion. And Valkyrie kind of scared to leave out of her fountain. And the good game and well played's been called, so we're probably going to see a concede vote here.
Yeah, for sure. That was just a good job by the Legion team. Very aware, even though they were caught in that good Tempest ult that we've been waiting for. Wasn't enough DPS to take them down, and it just wasn't long enough. And we see the GGs come out as they're whacking on these barracks. So, do you have any... I guess they haven't conceded yet, but do you have any closing thoughts on the game?
I was kind of looking for that concede as well, but it looks like, you know, the last resort has proven that their recent acquirings, because they did acquire some new players to form this team, definitely paid off, as it's looking like they will now advance past the semifinals, past Team BRAH, or Clan BRAH, or, yeah, I'm not going to make a BRAH joke. But they did very well. They countered the Tempest ult, you know, avoiding any of those devastating effects it could have all the way up until the end. You got Wretched Hag there, just, you know, farming this game. 700 experience a minute, 500 gold a minute. It's actually getting initiated on the middle, but with that blink, I mean, it's almost no cause.
Yeah, 19-1 kill this to death there.
That is mighty impressive.
Some great play by Astenel there.
I guess you know, the Geek Games came out, but someone said, you know, stick it to the man, so here we are, sticking it to the Legion.
Yeah, they're still fighting here, so I can't really see them coming back from this though, so it's just going to be a matter of time as the Legion's going to kill Kongor here quite easily.
I don't know, maybe some team disagreements. There was a concede finally called and immediately vote failed. So. And
we see, just to add insult to injury, a Harkon's blade picked up on Wretched Hag. So, Wretched Hag proving that she can be a devastating semi-carry here.
I really like these wards being placed actually in the bases itself. I think that was very clever and very useful.
Yeah, it's definitely great to be able to see up onto that ledge when you're looking to push, especially when you need sight for initiation such as Behemoth. So that's great ward placement play there.
The Chronos bubble actually came out, tried to take down Plague Rider, and now the Tempest ult's actually coming out, bringing in a lot of the Legion team, but it just does not seem to be that effective anymore. They are really out leveled, they have a lot of hit points. And then look at that, a genocide on the Hellborn team with almost no hit points left on Plague Rider or Wretched Hag.
Yeah, we were looking for those Tempest ults, and he landed a couple, but again, they were just a little too late. All of his DPS was dead by the time he was able to land them, so not much he can do.